I came my freshman year. It was kind of scary because I was in a public school and then I was coming to a private school where I didn't know anybody.
I just fit in. For the first time in my life, I actually didn't mind going to school.
I came here to shadow and I loved it. It felt like I was welcome here and I wasn't even a student here yet. It felt like a home away from home.
I had heard about Mid-Penn when my oldest son was in middle school. He was at a very small middle school, and I knew I had to find just the right high school for him because the big public school wasn't going to work, and the more traditional private school was probably going to be a little bit too intense for him.
So my youngest sister, Hannah, graduated 4 years ago. She was a student who had a lot of anxiety around coming to school and ended up finding Mid-Penn, and it really worked for her. Really seeing what the school had done for Hannah made me want to teach in the first place, but also want to teach here.
The classes here, like you get more attention, like as a student, and I think that's great for everybody.
The staff here is just wonderful. They care about the students, and that is so awesome to me.
I set this up so that adults are available to kids, and kids know that. They understand that they can come and talk to adults.
One of the challenges, however, with a small school is that, you can have fairly limited offerings. I'm really proud of the fact that our students, for example, in mathematics, they can take consumer math, intro to algebra, all the way up to calculus A, B, B, C. And I think that's pretty amazing in a very small school to have that kind of, scope of academics.
Every student has a core group, which is basically an advisory period. We're responsible for helping them set their schedule up. We're responsible for sort of tracking their academic progress, also tracking how they're doing as a person, pretty much, really getting to know them. One of our sole responsibilities is acting as an advocate, and we really try to promote for the kids to advocate for themselves.
They're pretty much there every day, every step of the way. They support me in anything I really do.
My son was at a public school for about the first half year of his 9th grade, and it just wasn't working for him. We could see his shoulders dropping, he was losing his confidence, he just looked a little lost. Didn't want to go to school.
A great distinction of Mid-Penn compared to almost every other private school is Mid-Penn's focus, in every discussion we had on it, was how they built a community that involved the faculty and staff, the families, and the students, and then worked to really know each student personally. And they walked the walk and not just talk the talk in that regard.
We sat through the normal presentations and saw the parents that were just glowing with the praises of the school. And my wife and I were looking at each other and going, nah, it's not like that. It can't be like that. And I found myself being one of those parents that now when they ask me, I feel like that person that we heard where I'm going, no, it's really good. It's really good.
It's really hard to fall behind here, which is a problem in a lot of schools. And I know that if I was in one of those, it would just snowball on me.
Here they actually gave me a plan, and when I started to slip, they caught me and they brought me back on track.
I have dyslexia and ADHD, and both those make it really hard to learn and pay attention and stay on track. And I really want to do well though. I'm not okay with just sort of being oh, well, it's too hard and giving up. And at a bigger school, I sort of fall through the cracks. Even though I really want to do well and I want to try, it's just, I can't get the attention I need.
We teach to so many different learning styles, and that's kind of part of our really core philosophy.
Whenever my teachers and my parents and I meet, we talk about future college options, where your credits have to be, what classes you have to have taken, and it definitely looks like I'm on that route.
It is not an overblown fact that the college admission process is stressful. I basically sit down, I do the applications with the students, I meet with families whenever they want to discuss options, making sure that all the little things that need to be done that a parent might have to do otherwise are done. When you have somebody like Hannah and they go off to school and graduates from Smith College, that is worth all the stress.
We work a lot, we work really well with kind of the whole child approach, and helping them to sort of choose their own academic path, whatever that may be, and to have success, meet them at their level and to get them to find their own successes.
I think that our students really love learning. I think that the way that we teach, I think they surprise themselves sometimes. that they like it as much as they do, or they're as excited about learning as they are. Because I think a lot of kids come to us not so excited about learning.
I teach an Art 2 class, and that's for students of all grade level, skill level. And I help them through the projects that they create, but essentially what they want to make art about is up to them.
Music classes, it tends to be, I mean, it's a performance-based ensemble class. And I like to play music that the kids want to play. The class is really about learning how to play together, playing in rhythm, playing in harmony, you know, figuring out how to work successfully with other students.
3 years ago, we took our first trip to New York with the studio art class, and I've done that now for 3 years, and that was incredible to be able to take a group of kids there.
My second year here, and I was like, so I really want to take the marine science class to Catalina Island. Since then, it's one of the biggest selling points of that class, and kids love it. Although it's also an academic challenge, it's a real personal challenge as well, so that is really rewarding.
The quantity and the quality of the art, I think, is stupendous. We've got a great music program. You know, we've got drama. You know, and for a school this size, that they have all those things, and you know, and all the sports teams and everything, makes makes it feel like a bigger school than it is, but all in just such an inclusive way.
We're very spirited. There's no cuts in sports, so you can go for any sport you want.
Well, we were undefeated in league this year in the boys' varsity season.
You know, with the basketball team, we went the farthest we ever went in our school's history. Just being with the guys, it really just, you know, just opened my eyes. Like, man, this is a place for me. You know, it's a place for anybody. It was just positive.
That's the school that made me not be so shy and made me be all athletic and actually go to the games, basketball games, soccer games.
It's just a wonderful experience for parent and student.
We talk about students a lot, and we end the staff meeting with victories. And what amazes me is there's always 6 or 7 victories. I mean, there's always stories to tell.
He thrived here and did really well. And he just got back from his first year of college and had a great year. It was wonderful. So he's been quite a success, and I'm really proud of him.
I love it here, and it's going to be sad when I finally have to say goodbye.
Come in and take a look. You'll find that if you go to the parent orientation, you'll hear stories like we heard, which sound pretty magical. And you're going to go, nah, you know, it's a plant, it's a setup.
It's almost, I guess you could say, magical. It sounds like a really crazy word to use for a school, but it's almost just magical, because if this is the school for you, it's the school for you.
Yeah, he loves this place, and it's because of this school that has made him what he is today, and that's choking me up, because I'm so proud of him.